and I treat him with respect. I only told him of my opinion as far as his disagreement with Pastor Ray Hagins. Other than that, I have no problem with Brother Seti, and still have no problem with Seti. But just like me or anybody, we're in the public, and if we say something and the public don't like it, you have a right to voice your opinion. Many of you don't like what I'm saying in this video. Cool. But if I meet you in person, you don't have to like what I'm saying. I will shake your hand and smile at you. Because even though we disagree, we have more in common than we do being different. And I like you. You don't have to like me. But that just shows you how sick we are in the mind. You're going to let little things keep you. Don't you know that people who are part of the Ku Klux Klan, many of them have different ways of doing things, but they know how to come together and say, this is what we want to do, despite difference. And y'all need to learn how to do that. But you can't. You have a problem because you still have the oppressor's mind. And if you have the oppressor's mind, that means you're still a slave. And what is the functioning of a slave? The functioning of a slave is to benefit his master. So as long as you continue to keep yourself divided from your brothers and sisters, as long as you beat us up because we sick, then you are a functioning slave, and you're benefiting, and you're doing that which benefits your master. Black power, you giving power to your master. Africa. What's so great about Africa? It's a destroyed nation. The Europeans have ran it over. We take this history and we try to make claims and put ourselves in places where we don't fit. If you have to really prove it, you can't. That makes you a deceiver. Just find out the truth, the real truth. But this is what I suggest to us. Make your own history. Egyptian history is beautiful. What the Moors teach is wonderful. Hebrew Israelite, oh, that's beautiful. But what is better for us? Because we lost our set of keys 400 years ago. You don't know what you're looking for. So if you lose your keys and you don't know what you're looking for, what do somebody in their right state of mind do? You replace. I'm gonna bring this to conclusion. What do you do when you can't find your set of keys? You will either get a duplicate made, or you will change the ignition in the car, or the lock on the door. You change the lock on the door, or the ignition in the car, and start all over again and get you a new set of keys. I suggest to us, brothers and sisters, that we stop tripping on history, because it's too tainted, it's too confusing, it's too distorted. You debating over stuff that you'll never know. That's why you got to believe in it. I'm not into belief, I'm into facts. Create your own history. Do your own thing. We are not black. We are not African. We come together and decide what we will be. We begin to build our own, who we are as a people, and begin to build hotels, libraries, schools, grow our own food, do our own thing. We can create a pyramid that the pyramid makers will look in awe. Wow, look what they have done. I don't need a pyramid to back me up. I can do better than a pyramid. I can do better than the Egyptians can or the commissions. I'm better than Kemet. I might be from Kemet, but I'm better. Just like any parent wants their children to be better than them. Not the same. They want. So if indeed we are the children of Egypt, then we should be able to build and do better and just as great as what they done, right? You can't even do nothing, change your neighborhood. You know why? Because you're still giving the white man the power. Because when you say black power and black conscience, you're really giving the power right back to your oppressor. And so, who is in power? Are you in power over him, or is he still in power over you? So that should tell y'all something. Actions speak louder than words. And your actions, you're still under the white man's jurisdiction. You're still under his control. You're still in bondage to him physically, and above all, you'll never be able to break that grip because you're still a slave to him mentally. And that's something y'all don't want to accept because you wear dashikis and you put on all these old clothes and you think that the clothes make you feel that you're different than the average brother and sister in the street. And actually, you are worse because you think that you are awake when the reality is you're sleepwalking. And when you're sleepwalking, when people sleepwalk, they look like they are awake. I'll say that again to you. When you're sleepwalking, you look like you are awake. And when you sleepwalk, you don't know what you're doing. And that's the problem here. You're sleepwalking. And you're trying everything. Calling yourself everything. Doing everything. Trying to be black. Trying to be African. Whatever. You're trying to do all this because you're sleepwalking. You don't know what you're doing. So I suggest to us that we accept real truth. Accept our reality. And you cannot break the white man's mentality overnight. We've been here too long. And we got him right here. He here. Remember Ike and Tina Turner? And Ike told Tina that she can't function without him because he is him. You can scream black power. You can say, I'm black conscious. You can do that all day and all night. But your actions reflect what you really are. And anybody with any kind of sense can see you're still the walking dead. You still have the oppressor's mind. Right here. And you really don't know how to break it. And you underestimate the oppressor. You think you can get a few guns and you think you can have the old-fashioned revolution like they did back in France or in Russia or in some places in Africa. Your situation is different because your people in this nation love the oppressor, and you indirectly you love them too. That's why you can't unite with another black man, because you still feel with self-hatred. Your power, unlike white power, don't create unification. And without unification, their proper actions cannot come into being. And that's sad. But hopefully, not all is lost. That's why we need to sit down and talk about this. That's why we need to look at this from a real sense. That's why somebody got to stand up and let you know that you are in error. Let you see your own flaw. So maybe you'll say, wow, that guy got a point. Because I listen, contrary to popular belief, when folks talk